on, guys? Welcome back to Chasing Limits on this beautiful sunny day. So what we have in store for you today is we're going to work on this 2024 IS350 FSport. We're going to do its second oil change. So let's see how the outcome is, and let's see how much debris we find at the end. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so here we are back at the garage. We're gonna pop the hood, let it cool down a bit, because now that we warmed it up, right, getting ready for the oil change. Just wanted to go over a few things here that we have lined up. So we got the oil pan, filler, ratchet with a 14 mil for the oil drain plug. Then we got the OEM filter. That's the part number right there if you guys are interested. And today we'll be using the Mobil 1 synthetic OW20. You got a jack it up, and then we're gonna use this block that I cut an angle on, and we're gonna put it at the opposite rear tire. So we're gonna jack it up from this side. We're gonna put this on the back here. So just like that. There you go. So that's just added security. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, so we got the jack in place. We got this bar going through it just to prevent it from slipping. So it's more of a mechanical insurance that it won't fall on my ass. And then here, we removed the dipstick, we cleaned it all up so it's nice and clean. And we also got rid of the oil cap from here just to let it breathe, so that way the oil flows much smoother into the oil pan. So now we're ready to remove the plug. Alright, so we removed the drain plug. Remember that the washer sometimes gets stuck on the pan itself, so you got to remember to remove that with a flathead screwdriver. So that would just let it drain. By the way, that noise is from the jack. Sometimes it acts up. That's why we have that safety rod in there. So yeah, we'll just let it drain it out for a few more minutes, plug it back in, and then start attacking the oil filter itself. Alright, so we put the drain plug temporarily back on, and now we're gonna have to remove this cover to get access to the oil filter itself. So we got a 10 mil here, so we got a bolt here, one here, and one back here. Actually, no, this one here. So we're gonna remove that. We're gonna get access to the oil filter, take that out, and I'll show you guys the next steps. Alright, so there's the cover that we just removed. And once you go in here, you can see the oil cap there. That's the one that we're gonna be unscrewing. To remove the oil filter cap, we're going to be using this. It's adjustable. Now there are specific ones for Toyota and Lexus, but I like using this one because it works well on this and many other types of cars, as I do many oil changes on various types of cars. So let's get doing that. Alright, so I got it loosened off with a wrench. So now you can just do it by hand. Just make sure the pan is in direct position here so you can catch all the excessive oil coming out. Just slowly rotate. And there you have it. Now we're just going to let it drain a bit. And put it upright and put it on this rag. So now we're gonna clean this up, change the filter, and I'll show you a couple hints and tricks to make it go smoother. Alright, so here's the housing. I give it a quick wipe down, so it's pretty clean. And then here we have the old filter. So yeah, I don't see too much debris into this one. So it might be a good sign. So we'll see in the end what's left in the oil pan. And here we have the new one. So just comparison. Exact same. Then we have a couple O-rings. So we have this big one that we have to replace right here. And then this other smaller one is used for the bottom here. But we never take that apart, at least I haven't. So therefore I never had to replace it. I never had any issues or leaks, so I figured if I'm gonna take off this whole thing as one unit, I'll never have to replace this ring. So let's get to replacing the ring now. Alright, so now that we got the new ring in place, I dab my finger in some oil, and what you want to do is rub it up against the ring all around, just to make it give it some extra lubrication, just so it doesn't crack and all that good stuff. So yeah, just do that before, and now turn it up like this, take the filter, pop it in place, and now this whole assembly is ready to be put back into the car. But first we're gonna clean up, wipe it down inside the filter housing, just to keep that clean as well. Then we're good to go. Alright, so we basically are ready. We got it all cleaned up, wiped up in there. Might be harder to see, but it's clean. So we just take this, alright, so now all we have to do is just screw it in by hand until it's fully tight, and that's it. You'll never have any leaks. There you go. Alright, so we're ready to put this train bug back in. Just remember to replace it with the brand new gasket that's provided in the oil filter kit. And also remember that this gets torqued to roughly 30 foot-pounds. So let's throw that in, drop the car, and start filling up with fresh new oil. Alright, so we removed the jack. We put the dipstick back in place. We got the oil ready to go. We got the oil filter cup here. And this is the used oil here. So we're gonna drain this out and back into the jug of oil and take that back to recycling. And then we'll find out what's left in the pan after. Alright, so let's start pouring. So remember, this takes 6.4 liters, and we got here 4.73. So we're gonna top it up with the smaller 1 liter bottles. So let's go going on that. Oh, that was a pretty good pour. It's like liquid gold. Alright guys, so we're all finished underneath the hood. Caps back on, dipsticks back in. We drained all the oil, and let me show you here in direct sunlight of what's left over. Not sure if you guys can see or can tell in the video, but there is just a little pieces of debris, which is not much. Now I'm gonna post up pictures from the first oil change so you guys can compare. So yeah, definitely an improvement, and to say the least, this is quite normal. So if you guys remember, I believe I did the first oil change at around 770 or so kilometers, and now we did it at 4,634 kilometers. So seeing the improvement and that it's quite normal, we're going to continue doing oil changes now at an interval of every around 8,000 kilometers or 5,000 miles. So yeah, hopefully you guys found this information useful. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.